we're now going to go to the complete opposite end of the sporting spectrum, to a small German city on the western border with France, whose full team have an historic match ahead. Our football reporter Maz Faruqi is with us now. Let's talk about FC Saarbrücken, 4th division team in a German Cup semi-final.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, Steve? Yeah. We love a good fairy tale cut run on sport today. And FC Saarbrücken, as you say, they certainly have done that. The first ever team from the 4th tier of German football to reach the semi-finals. They host Bayer Leverkusen tonight, who are, of course, 5th in the Bundesliga, chasing a top 4 spot at the moment. Keep an eye or an ear out for their goalkeeper, for Saarbrücken's goalkeeper in particular tonight. Daniel Batz, he saved 5 penalties in the quarter-final win over Fortuna Düsseldorf, 1 in normal time, 4 in the shootout. And his efforts led to the club president, FC Saarbrücken's club president, a former goalkeeper himself, in fact, describing this amazing cut run as the biggest sensation since the birth of Jesus Christ. Big statement, understandably big celebrations for this club to get this far. Let's hear from Daniel Batz then, when he was told about those comments.
Yeah, we celebrate with a lot of beer and loud music, and everyone was happy. Some people of us were crying about happiness, and pictures you will never forget. Our president still something is unreal. The big since Jesus Christ. No, yeah. It was a big party after the game, and everyone was happy.
Well, we're joined now by journalist and writer Carsten Pilger. Carsten, you are a massive FC Saarbrücken fan. You've written a book, 101 Reasons to Love FC Saarbrücken. So they are your club. How excited are you about tonight's match?
You know, right now at the moment, I haven't quite realized yet what this means for our club. It's like, the temperature's rising. It's, the closer the kickoff comes, the more I get the feel. Because, I came to the club in a period where we were playing in the 2nd Bundesliga. We were still a great club, but, struggling all the time. Financial issues, being relegated, promoted, being relegated and promoted. And so, it's so good to be in the spotlight for just one moment, to be among those 4 last clubs in the German Cup. It's a big deal.
The club presidents described this moment, this run for your club, as the biggest sensation since the birth of Jesus Christ. Is that give us a good sense of how the fans are feeling, do you think?
Well, I'm not sure if our president's an expert on religious matters, but it's quite a huge deal. But it wasn't really. Nobody would have thought at the beginning of the season that we would go this far in the German Cup, because normally it was like considered a burden, because we've been struggling to get promoted for about 6 years in the 4th division in Germany. And so the main goal for this season, which was reached, by the way, last week or 2 weeks ago, was to get promoted in the 3rd division. So, everybody, you could ask every supporter of Saarbrücken, they would all tell you it's a huge deal that we've come this far. It's like Christmas. But the important matter was to get promoted and to compete with bigger clubs on a higher level.
Yeah, you mentioned that promotion. That was confirmed, wasn't it, when the league was called off? But that's the difficulty that your club have got. This is going to be their first game in 94 days or something like that. Whereas obviously Bayer Leverkusen have been able to play now. The Bundesliga has resumed, so that's a massive challenge as well for these players, isn't it?
It's a massive challenge, and it's also quite funny to see that. At the end of last year, our coach, Dirk Lottner, who had these huge wins against his hometown club of Cologne, he was getting the sack by Saarbrücken because he wasn't performing that well in the league. So they decided to hire a new coach, Lukas Kwasniok, who is younger, who is very ambitious. And for Kwasniok, it's like kind of awkward to see that he has played more games in the cup than in the league. And he still got the promotion, so that's quite an awkward situation. But I think they will make the best out of it, because we've had these matches where everybody told the players that, if you do a great performance, that will do well on television, but don't expect to win. And they did win, they went on to win, and now they're in the semi-finals.
So, Carsten, what's your prediction then? This club has had some amazing results on this run to the semi-final this season. How do you see this one going tonight? What's your head say and what's your heart say?
My heart says, there are some eerie coincidences. The last time we went up to the semi-finals, we played against another team which was called Bayer at the time. So there are some eerie coincidences, but I think this time we're on the winner's side, and I hope that we will win 3-2 in extra time. So I don't need another shootout. We've seen quite a lot of them, but maybe we can do it a bit more exciting for the spectators around the world.
Carsten Pilger there, predicting his side can keep this run going. We mentioned it there, FC Saarbrücken haven't played a match since their league was ended 3 months ago now, Steve. So hugely in Bayer Leverkusen's favour tonight in terms of match fitness, with their players having played 5 matches. So it could be a big challenge for Saarbrücken tonight.